Hey foodies, and welcome back to Cooking with Kiana. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these amazing stuffed bell peppers. Now these are not your traditional stuffed bell peppers, okay? These are packed with tons of flavor and spices that I know you guys will all enjoy. Now let's begin. So to start off, I'm going to go ahead and go over these ingredients so you guys can all make this at home. You guys can also always check that description box below. I will have a full list of ingredients plus the recipe listed there. So first I'm going to start off with the ingredients for the meat sauce, and for that you're going to need 1 pound of Italian sausage. You can also use ground Italian sausage as well. But if you do use the regular Italian sausage like I'm using, make sure you squeeze it out of that casing. I'm also going to be using 1 pound of ground beef, and I'm going to season that up with 2 teaspoons of onion powder and a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning, a half of a packet of sazon, 1 teaspoon of dry oregano, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I'm also going to be adding a can of corn in there for a little bit of sweetness. If you don't like corn, just don't add that. And then I'm going to be adding in a half a cup of marinara sauce, as well as a half a cup of freshly diced jalapeno peppers. If you guys do not like spiciness, go ahead and remove those seeds. You're also going to need about 1 cup of diced onions, so half of this we'll be using for the meat sauce and the other half we'll be using for the rice. I also have 4 cloves of garlic that I have chopped up finely as well, and you're going to be doing the same thing for that. You're going to be using half for the meat sauce and half for the rice. To season up my rice, I'm going to be using half of a sazon packet, 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a half a teaspoon of chili powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin. I'm using Carolina gold rice, but you can use a cup and a half of any long grain rice of your choice. And I'm going to be cooking this rice in 3 cups of chicken broth for added flavor. So for this recipe, I decided to use sweet bell peppers. These tend to be sweeter in flavor. However, you can opt out and just use the green bell pepper. You also might want to cut off a little bit of the bottom of your bell pepper. That way when you stuff it, it does not fall over. To get my peppers all prepared for stuffing, I just go ahead and slice off that top. And once you slice off that top and you pull it apart, the membrane will pop right out. And you're going to go ahead and set that to the side. Make sure you don't throw that in the garbage because we are going to be using that later. I'm telling you, none of this is going to go to waste. So now you're going to go in with your knife, and then you're going to go ahead and remove all of those seeds and that leftover membrane until it is nice and clean like you see here. So now you're going to go ahead and grab that top that we sliced off, and then we're going to go ahead and just take the seeds off, and then that you can throw in the trash. Now, as you see, we got some leftover bell peppers. Go ahead and chop that up so you can add that into your seasoned rice for some additional flavor. So just go ahead and dice those up until they are chopped nice and finely. Then you're going to go ahead and repeat that same step until you're all done cleaning out all of your bell peppers. If you guys are enjoying this recipe so far, go ahead and give me a like and leave a comment below letting me know what you think about this recipe. And if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss weekly recipes. I post quick and easy bomb recipes. If you guys enjoy your food to be well seasoned and full of flavor, this is a channel for you, so you might want to consider subscribing. So now that we're basically all done cleaning our peppers so they prepared for stuffing, you want to go ahead and pre-bake your peppers. Now some people like to pre-bake theirs in the oven. I prefer to just boil mine in some water for about 3 minutes. It's quick and easy and it gets the job done. Whether you boil or bake them first, just remember it's very important to make sure you pre-cook your bell peppers, because the bell peppers only take about 20 minutes to cook. If you do not pre-cook them, they're going to come out crunchy and tough, and you don't want that. So now let's move on to our seasoned rice. Now this is the part of the recipe where it gets a little bit untraditional. You're going to start off by adding a little bit of oil into your pan and let that heat up on medium heat. You're going to follow that up by adding in your onions and your peppers. Now go ahead and give that a good stir until those onions and peppers start to soften up a bit and they get translucent. Now you can go ahead and add in that freshly minced garlic. And of course you want to make sure you add that in last, because that's only going to take about 30 seconds before that starts to brown, and you don't want it to brown and get bitter. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my spices and seasonings, and let me tell you, this is going to bloom beautifully and give off some nice, bold, delicious flavors to our seasoned rice. So you can go ahead and add that in and give that a good stir. And all of that seasoning is going to absorb into those veggies, and it's going to really give off some great flavors. Okay, so I like to toast my rice. I know a lot of people, they just like to add in their rice, but no, I like to toast it first. It gives it a nice flavor. Not only that, it helps separate those rice grains so they do not stick together and you don't have sticky rice. I'm telling you, once you start toasting your rice, it's a real game changer. It really takes that rice to the next level. So you're going to go ahead and give that rice a good stir until it's nice and golden brown. This will take you about 5 minutes. Now we can go ahead and add in our 3 cups of chicken broth. And we're going to give that a good stir until that is well combined, and we're going to let that come up to a boil. Once that rice comes up to a boil, we're going to go ahead and cover that with some aluminum foil very tightly so we could trap in some of that steam, and then you're going to cover it with a lid. Let that simmer for 45 minutes. I know you guys want to be antsy and check in the pot, but just trust the process and your rice will be cooked to perfection. Trust me, you don't want to keep going in that pot because you're going to let out a lot of that steam and your rice will not cook properly. So once you're all done with your rice, you're going to go ahead and give it a good fluff. So go ahead and set that aside so you can get started on making that meat sauce. To a large skillet, you're going to add in your ground beef and your ground Italian sausage. You're going to make sure you don't add any oil because that ground beef already has enough oil and fat in it. And you're going to go ahead and break that up. Once that is broken up, you're going to go ahead and add in onion powder, garlic powder, a half of a sazon packet, some all-purpose seasoning, and some dried oregano. I'm going to follow that up with adding in my diced onions as well as the jalapenos, those bell peppers that we cut up earlier, and some of that freshly minced garlic. You're going to go ahead and give that a good stir until that is well combined. Then you're going to follow that up with your 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce as well as a half a cup of marinara sauce. I'm also going to add in a can of corn. Now, if you don't like corn, just don't add this in yours, but this is going to balance out some of that spiciness from the jalapeno peppers, and it's also going to give it some more texture. So go ahead and give that a good stir until everything is well combined, and then you're going to let this sauce simmer for about 15 minutes. Now, I know there's 2 ways that people like to stuff their bell peppers. I know some people like to add a layer of rice and add that meat on top and then top it off with the cheese. Me personally, I like to mix everything together, so that is what I'm going to do at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this all together until everything is well combined and mixed in. Now, if you like to layer it like I was mentioning earlier, just make sure you skip this step. But once my rice and ground beef stuffing is all combined, we can go ahead and get started on the stuffing process. Before I start stuffing my peppers, I like to add a thin layer of marinara sauce or tomato sauce to the bottom of my casserole dish. This is just to make sure my bell peppers do not burn at the bottom while they're baking in the oven. Now I can go ahead and place my bell peppers in the casserole dish. Just make sure they are standing upright and make sure they are nice and sturdy and they're not able to fall over. Remember how I had mentioned earlier, if you need to, go ahead and cut the bottom so they can stand upright. Now I'm going to go in with that rice and ground beef stuffing mixture, and I like to really pack that in there, okay? These bell peppers are very sturdy, so you can really put in a lot of stuffing without worrying about it falling apart. This is a lot of stuffing mixture, and I only use 5 bell peppers. Honestly, you can get away and stretch this and probably get about 8 bell peppers out of this, because if you do just use 5 like me, you will end up with some leftover ground beef. Now you could take the leftovers and you can make some tacos or some burritos with it. Once I'm all done stuffing my bell peppers, I'm going to go ahead and top it off with some cheddar cheese. If you want to, you can use mozzarella cheese. That's going to give it more of a traditional taste. The cheddar cheese really gives it a nice, bold taste of flavor. Now, once we have these all set, we're going to go ahead and pop this in a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes. And halfway into that 20 minutes, I like to go ahead and take it out the oven so I can add some additional cheese and parsley and then place that back in the oven for the remaining time. And there you have it. You have these delicious bell peppers. Once you cut into that pepper, it's going to be nice and soft and tender. Not to mention that stuffing is going to be seasoned just from being baked inside of that pepper. Once you bite into it, you're going to taste all of these delicious flavors. I'm telling you, you guys will definitely enjoy this recipe and it will easily become a staple in your household. That is why I left the full recipe in the description box below so you guys can make this at home. When y'all do decide to make this, make sure you leave a comment below letting me know how it turned out. I just love to look at the comment section and see all the positive comments of y'all telling me how y'all enjoy my recipes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.